So, I talked in my previous episode about intuition and spontaneity, which is just the basis to improvise, even before the basis because we are just freeing our mind. Okay, cool, but how do you improvise during a game? And most importantly, how do you make things interesting? So first, when you do game-based improv, you are already given a few elements, which are the rules of the game and the answers to 5 questions the audience is asking itself. Where are you? When are you? Who are you? What is your relationship? What are you doing? And please be very careful, there's a big difference between the character and the relationship. For example, who are you? I am a husband. This is a relationship. I am the President of the United States of America. This is the wife I own. Yes, I own her. It's completely different. The scene is way more specific and more interesting. So first thing you have to check before you start an improv, what are the questions you haven't answered to? So if you have the where and the when, you need to find the what, the who and the relationship. Don't move forward before that. A good improviser can answer this question in the first 5 seconds of an improv. But if you need 30 seconds to do it, take your time. The answers to these 5 questions, where, when, who, relationship and what, is what Keith Johnston calls a platform. Though Viola Spolin had already used this concept before, we'll keep this idea of a platform. So keep that in mind. Trying to improvise without a platform, it's exactly like trying to water ski without the boat, the ski and your bath suit. So the first thing an improviser should learn to do is how to show the elements of a platform. And when I say show, I mean it. Because clearly between I am the captain of this ship, this is my prisoner, I'm about to throw him off board, and matey, bring me this scallywag, I want to see him shiver above the sharks. These two stars set up a platform, but one is telling it, the other one is showing it. Why is it so important? It's a matter of belief and immersion of the audience. If your acting is believable, the audience will follow you and your dramatic effects will have a strong impact. Telling what is happening is damaging the fourth wall between the audience and the actors. Because basically you are saying, guys, remember we are in a theater, nothing happening here is real, we're just acting stuff out. So they don't empathize with the character, they stop following you, and they stop caring about the show. That's why one of the golden rules of improv is show, don't tell. However, if you have a limited amount of time and you cannot explain your platform, give yourself the right to be a little bit explicit. The audience will be thankful for that. No, Jason, we are firefighters, we can't live in this building. Okay, it's a little bit too much told, but at least it clarifies the situation. Once again, in most games you will be given the elements of the platform so you don't have to worry about it and you can focus completely on the game. So what should you focus on during the game? Well, on the focus of the game. I will share with you my distinction of these focuses, which is mostly based on the game design theory of Eric Zimmerman and Cathy Salem in Rules of Play. Please note that there is a heap of books about the game design theory, and I have not read them all, so I will just give you the basic ideas. So we have 3 types of theater games. The ones trying to solve a crisis or a problem, the ones applying a constraint, and the ones where you have a goal to reach. So there are 3 different types of questions you need to answer. One with a problem or a crisis, the question is, will the player solve the problem? The game ends when the crisis is solved or when you run out of ideas to solve the same problem that is being given again and again and again and again. That's what's happening during Improbable Mission, Massacre where everybody has to die, or the props game. The audience expects a lot of creativity, fun, surprising yet believable ideas to solve the problem. As a player, your focus is completely on the resolution of the problem. The golden rule is, any idea is good. Be extremely spontaneous, follow your partner, follow the follower, go 100% with any idea. Don't try to develop your character, we don't care. Let the what pull you, change places, challenge your scene partner, as long as it's related to the resolution of the problem. In Hollywood Director, for instance, the problem is literally to make an interesting scene. The players are given a platform, then they improvise a scene, and then the director cuts it and asks them to do it in a different way. This is referring to a concept that Keith Johnston calls the pimping. The pimping is when you tell your fellow improvisers this. Okay guys, so from now on, you're my bitches. Any question? Go easy, Tiger, with the pimping. Be cool with your scene partners. So be spontaneous, creative, surprising, and follow your scene partners. 2. The constraint. The question is, how is the constraint going to impact the story? The game ends when the story is over. We will talk a bit more about it when we'll be talking about the storytelling, but since it represents half of the improv games, I have to talk about it. You can clearly see that in games like dubbing, sound effects, or the puppets, the focus is clearly on how the constraint is going to impact the story. The main idea is react, justify, react, justify. Be very open-minded and ready to react to anything coming from your scene partners or the audience and to react instantly. You are more reactive than proactive without being passive. In the puppet games, the focus of the audience is completely on the moves of the dolls. Just keep the consistency of the scene by justifying everything that is coming your way. If you just do that, it will go smoothly. Be available and listen and everything will be just fine. 3. The games where you have a goal. The question is, who is going to win or will the player win? The game ends when one of the players has won or when the player has found the missing piece of information. They are both the most simple, the most complicated games. The faces game, the press conference, the questions only. Simple because you have a clear objective, so you cannot lose the focus of the game. It's hard because you have to pretend that you want to win, though actually what you want to do is just a good scene. To succeed in this kind of games, just one solution: take risk. Go 100%. Even if your risk to fail dramatically, at least it's going to be fun for the audience. Try stuff, and if it doesn't work, try something else. During the faces game, 2 candidates are interviewed by an employer. But when he turns his back, they can't help but making faces. Your goal: don't get caught. Take risk. At the end of this game, you do handstands, you climb on the chair, and even if you do get caught, at least it will be fun for the audience. Voila, that's all I have for you guys today. I hope it will help you with your next shows. Don't hesitate to like or share this episode or subscribe to the channel. Go watch some improv, or even better, do some. See you soon. Bye.